We are live.
Live on
Yay!
YouTube. I heard it on the phone.
I heard it on the phone too. Man, we're live on all the platforms again. It's 28 minutes for 28 days with Yarn Adventure.
Day 23.
This is your host, Dean.
Oh, I'm the host?
This is your host, Katy.
Oh, okay. Co-host.
Sure.
This is not like in Scrubs when JD and Elliot were resident and co-chief and chief.
No, we're equal around here. Okay, yep, do that. Okay. So, we are here. We're in a different venue once again. We have moved about 6.5 hours north and west. We are in Fayetteville, Arkansas tonight. And
there's still a fair amount of snow on the ground here.
Yes, we are at my sister's house. And so we're at our technical home. This is our home address.
Home address. Yep.
Here we are. When we navigated here today, we hit the button on the GPS that said home.
Yeah. And we made it.
There you go.
It was actually not a bad driving day,
It wasn't.
really.
It rained on you a little bit when you drove this morning.
It was raining more than I thought, for longer than I thought.
He drove for like 2.5 hours this morning or this afternoon, and I finished out this color stripe on my skirt. So, here's my skirt. It's coming along. This is the Skeeter skirt. I don't remember who it's by. She's French. Other than that, I do not know. The Skeeter skirt. Yes, that's what I said. Skeeter. And I'm doing a full flare. So Maya Deglon. Like I said, she's French. It's a skater skirt style with an elastic band. And I'm using cesium yarns. Yay! Miranda made it home too. Cesium yarn. This is the Scooby-Doo countdown, and I'm going in order. So this was day like 3. This is the tonal side of the set from this from last October, and I didn't do the variegated. So the next color up, I believe, is this one, which is a really light pink, leaning toward purple. And then after
it starts getting darker after that, right?
Yeah, and then after that is the much more lavender one. So, there you go. Miranda made it home. Angry Sheepdog Studio, who will be
one of our vendors.
She'll be joining us for Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks in about 2 weeks. Miranda, I don't remember or not. 3 weeks. I don't remember or not if you were coming to Middle Tennessee, but if we see you there, we'll see you there. I'm very excited about that too. So we parted ways with Q this morning. Fine. After 6 days of hanging out together. She's an awesome friend. Yeah. And I'm very happy that we had someone to spend that time with. So
yeah, because we ended up showing up early and
it was really nice.
A lot of time in Vicksburg, and we got tons of labeling done
and you know we've launched into a whole new side of 28 minutes for 28 days in crafting. Oh, yeah. Because now we're like
with what's in this bag.
It's what's in this bag.
And then it started.
We might go back to what's in this bag, but that'll probably be later, like this week, because we're going on a trip.
And then it was like, what's the yarn in this bag?
Yes, what's the yarn in this bag? So right now, I told you about the lovely box bag that I got from Grinning Soul Crochet, and that's holding my Skeeter skirt mini skeins. And then, and then we were talking. Oh,
shearing during Middle Tennessee.
Shearing is definitely. I'll put that up on that thing. Shearing is definitely something I am not jealous of you guys about. Miranda did show us how to diz off of a drum carter yesterday, which was really cool. So I am really happy to learn how to do that. So we've moved into what's this yarn. So the reason we were doing that is because I had about, 10 bags of scraps that I had put together. And by scraps, that means a wide variety
of leftovers.
Teeny tiny little balls then almost full skeins.
Might be 5 yards, might be
95 grams, you know, you never know. And so Q's favorite thing is to watch me pick up a skein of yarn that I have worked with and then proceed to tell her a story about it where it's like, okay,
this is this color. I got it from this place.
Yeah.
I used it with this.
Here's this yarn and all the info about it. And here's a fun story about where we were and what we were doing in our lives at that point. And so she had me go through all of the bags that we gave her, and she's going to use them for shearing. So yesterday we were talking all about or shearing. Did I say shearing?
Yeah.
For her weaving.
I was
reading shearing.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
She's going to use them for weaving.
She's going to use them for her weavings, which are fabulous. And I'm really glad. And she said that she's going to use them for her. She's not putting them in the student stash. She's like, too many of them are hand dyed and like special. And I was like, that's fair. So we are at my sister's house, and I do have a small stash here. I have a small stash in every place that I reside. Whether it's a sweater stash or a yarn stash or project stash, something. So I thought I would grab a couple of those and chat about those when we finish talking about everything else. So,
sure. And everything else is really not a lot today because we just woke up. We only
drove. That's all we did.
Drove from Vicksburg to here, and we
covered most of the state of Arkansas in the process.
You get the truck parked in the yard. And we arranged some things in there. And
hey, Jess at the mill.
We had some Olive Garden for dinner, which was really, really good.
It was super good. We just finished up our Olive Garden. So we are getting all put together. Tomorrow we are flying.
Yep.
To visit our friends, Tabitha and Colby, in Lynchburg, Virginia at Fur Haven Farm. And I hear that we're going on an exciting adventure tomorrow once they pick us up from the airport. So
tune in tomorrow to see where we went on a special adventure.
I'm not going to talk about it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to do it.
Yeah.
One, I'm not sure it's going to actually happen. But I
think it might. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm really hoping that he's not bringing the trailer. I'm really hoping that
we just a back seat.
I'm really hoping for a back seat. We'll see. That means Dean gets to deal with it.
Yep, Tabitha and I'll be in the back seat. When the four of us ride around, it's usually Colby and Katy in the front seat. One of them is driving, and one of them is riding in the front seat. And then...
because we both get car sick.
Tabitha and I sit in the back because we couldn't be car sick if we tried.
Tabitha... no, that's not true. Since Tabitha has been pregnant and had Avery, she does get car sick.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's true.
I've been nauseated. I felt that feeling, but I can't imagine getting that way from motion sickness.
If I make it through tomorrow's flight and not motion, or both flights and not be motion sick, it'll be a small miracle. All right.
Where'd you get that?
Where did I get this? Headband? Where did I get this awesome headband? I bought it at Midwest Fiber Festival the very first year that we went, which was 23. All right. And I got it from the Sexy Knitter. This is one of her mini skates. I love having an emergency. Yeah, I believe so. I love having emergency yarn just kind of scattered through my life. So in the truck above the driver's seat, there's an emergency stash of fiber ready for me to cuddle at any time, just in case I need it. So obviously it makes sense to have an emergency stash of yarn somewhere. And what a better way than to actually wear it.
On your head.
Yeah, on my head. So I have it with me when I need it. So this has been hiding for a bit. But yeah, I got it from the Sexy Knitter. Thanks, Sarah.
It'd be crazy, if you were you ripped off the headband and then knitted a headband out of the yarn.
It's a really great idea. Yeah. So she sewed these really nice elastics on here. I mean, I just have to undo the skein, but I'd have to cut the elastic.
You have to cut the elastic, yeah.
So I'm not really sure I want to do that, but super cute. And I do believe she sells these in person. I don't think she sells them on her website. It could be Treasure Goddess yarn because Sarah and oh my gosh, I had her name in my head and now I lost it.
It flew away out of my brain.
Right then, Treasure Goddess yarns out of Kansas City, Missouri. Or thereabouts. Actually, she's more from Wichita now.
Yeah, it's Kansas for sure.
Yeah, she's into Kansas now. Anyway, Treasure Gardens Yarns does a lot of her dyeing. So, yes. Fabulous peeps. Anyway, okay, moving on. That was shoved into this bag. So this is Yarn Cafe Creations. And I bought this yarn at the super notorious Woolen Folk 2023.
2024. That was
No,
just last year.
2023.
Oh, 2023. Yeah, you're right.
2023.
Wow, that seems like
The one with the rain. Yes. So anyway, I bought this really fun skein of DK while I was there. This is September Storm, and this is their. They love. My favorite part about this whole yarn is their ball bands. So they have them. They're recycled, or yeah, she recycles like actual coffee bands, and I can't get it apart now. But it's got snaps, and so it just pops off if I can actually like get my fingers in it. Anyway, and then she stamps them like a coffee mug cozy, and I just love that. So this is her Americano DK, which is 100% superwash merino, and it's lovely, and it's this lovely blue color. It's supposed to be a hat for Dean someday.
I'm sure it will be.
It's kind of it's really your colors.
Yeah, it's my jam, color wise. Yeah.
Anyway, and she gave me this lovely bag to put it in. So there you go. Woolen Folk 2023. Yeah. I didn't buy a lot there. I only bought a couple of things, and that was one of the things I bought.
It was raining and
really gross. All right, these two.
Yeah, I don't remember these.
You don't remember these? These are from Mary's Yarn Garden in Bloomington, Illinois.
Okay. Now I remember.
Yeah, Illinois, right? Yeah, Bloomington, Illinois. Yeah. It's a little shop in downtown Bloomington, Illinois, like on Main Street.
Yeah.
And she's got this really great old building with big glass windows, and they all kinds of great yarns.
Yeah.
This is a small batch maker that I'm not even sure I have the tags on it. I don't have the tags anymore. It used to have little like animal tags on it, like paper animal tags, and they had the yardages written on them. I have them somewhere. I have them like in my stash. In my Ravelry, but these are local farm dyed, and I believe farm spun, and I want to say that they are Corriedale or Cornwall, but I can't remember exactly which one it is. So they're really fun, and there's this lovely like Hufflepuff colorway, gray and yellow.
I remember being at that store. But
we got it that one time when we went to Madison to visit Steffi and Brian, and we drove from Muncie and we went through Bloomington, and we stopped at La Mouton Rouge.
Yeah, I remember
in Bloomington as well, and then we also stopped at Mary's Yarn Garden.
We did that like over lunch.
It was on Main Street, and so we were at one end for the yarn store, and then we drove to the other end, and there we had the Black Dog Coffee.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, Black Dog Coffee and Cafe, super great. Love that place. Yes, and then. Yes. Okay. And so I went back there. So that would have been when we were in Muncie.
What would you? Is it a bulk? Is it worsted or is it?
It's a bulky. Aaron? Maybe. I don't know. It should be in there though. It definitely should be in there.
That's bulky.
Yeah, I think it's Aaron. So it's I think it's in there as an Aaron, but it may be something else. I'm really not sure. Anyway, you know. But yeah, so we returned back to Bloomington, Illinois in 2018. We did not go to Mary's Yarn Garden, but we returned back to there when we were driving through to go visit, to go to Rhinebeck in I guess it'd been 2019 then. No. Yes, 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
Because it was after we went through Chicago and we visited all those yarn shops, and then we went down to stay with Elisa and
what now?
We drove down to stay with Elisa and James Thank you. And Rory was little, and I made Rory that cute little dress.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was knitting that when we went to visit them.
There you go.
Yep. So, yeah. Rory is their oldest. Anyway, there you go. All kinds of stories tied up with Mary's Yarn Garden. So this someday will be a little sweater set for Ella. That has always been the plan.
Always been the plan?
Always been the plan.
Oh, okay.
It's always been a baby sweater.
Yeah, okay.
It's been a baby sweater for a very long time. All right. This was a this year purchase. These are 2 skeins of Kelborn Woolen's Scout in the 100% wool base. The DK. This is Moss Heather, and this one is natural. And they are going to be.
Corner?
No, I got it at Ozark Knitting Co.
Oh, yes.
I got this at Ozark Knitting Co. at one of their pop-ups.
Yeah.
Because Ozark Knitting Co. is one of our local yarn store pop-ups that is right here in Fayetteville. And they meet a lot on Monday nights.
Yep.
But they also meet at Columbus Brew House. And then they also do pop-ups out at Sun's Chapel. And they do them in downtown Fayetteville. And so they're really awesome. And this year they are our Kiviot sponsors for Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks.
The top level Kiviot sponsor.
Yes, they are. They're amazing.
We appreciate their sponsorship and support of Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks.
100%. Yeah, so these are going to be, I was going to do brioche with them. It already looks like a brioche that I have in my in my projects, and so I'm not sure now. I've changed my mind a couple of times. We'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Someone else is here.
Yeah, I was like, what?
There's a different voice. There's another person here. Also this fall, I got this lovely yarn. It's Addie yarn. I got it at the Small Business Saturday get together at Get Stitchin', where we will be on
March 1st?
Saturday.
Oh, that's
That's this coming Saturday. This is Addie yarn. So this is from Scissortail Yarn and Mill. No, Scissortail Yarn.
Scissortail Yarn?
Scissortail Yarn.
Okay.
Scissortail Knits.
I thought it was Scissortail Knits. But...
Scissortail Knits. This is their niece, Addie. And she's super cute, but she picked all the colors and the dyeing. And I got this really cool. It's the glow in the dark Scissortail Knits. I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's got this fluorescent tweedy in it, and it's fingering weight. And so I call this my strawberry lemonade combo. But this is Unicorn Rainbow, and this one is Princess Party. So yeah. And I got these this past year. So, and these are all stored in my handy dandy 31 reusable gift bag from my days when I sold 31, which I'm not even sure is a thing anymore. I don't think it is. It could be wrong, but I heard it wasn't. Anyway, okay, so that's a couple of bags. Man, we've gone through a few.
What else?
Oh, so tomorrow we're flying to Lynchburg.
Yep.
Through Atlanta, and we don't have any yarn shops planned for this visit.
We don't.
This time we're going to do
a lot of traveling.
Yeah. This time I'm going to pull out a project. So this is a bag from Stitching Plaza. She doesn't do bags anymore. But I wore these socks earlier this week. I bought a set of Fabulousness. Where, this would have been in
2016, 17,
15. Yeah, I bought it.
Was it still residency?
Yeah, definitely.
When you made the socks?
No, not when you made the socks. Not when I made the socks, but when I bought the set. Yeah. So I bought a Christmas story themed sock set and bag. And so I had it's striped like Schwartz's hat, and it had sparkle brown toes and heel contrast. And I love that one. It's called You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. And it's one of my favorite.
Yep.
One of my favorite sets. And this was the bag that was made to go with it. And so I use this bag for a lot of my Christmas projects, which is what is in here. So this is the Advent from Brenda and Heather Yarns from not this past year, but from 2023. So 2023 going into 2024. And this is the I'm Too Much knit along.
Bum.
All right. That's as much as we can do without copyright infringement. All right. No, this is, so there's the skein of gold, there's the skein of silver, and then there's these lovely, there's the Mr. Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Snow Miser. And they're two different colorways. So we have, this is Snow Miser, and it's all gradient. And then this one is Heat Miser, obviously. And then there's a whole pattern that goes along with it that Heather wrote that we love. And then there, like, I have this really cool shawl cuff in here from Micah Trinkle's box. And there's stitch markers, and there's a gauge square, and there is all kinds of things in here. Tags. Yeah. So there's all kinds of cool things in here. So here you go.
What is this?
It's flip to decide. Stay in or go out.
Oh, yeah. I just needed both sides to stay in. I'm like, oh no, we have to stay in again.
I married him, guys. I really did. There's also some cool buttons in here that are clear and got like confetti in them. All kinds of cool stuff. Hey, look at that. Anyway, so I made it through day. So I made it halfway through day 5, I think. Yeah. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's actually like a 12-day.
5. It's supposed to be a 12-day Advent knit along. And it's all mosaic. And it's these lovely patterns.
And what is the gold and the silver in between? Like, what is that supposed to be?
Silver and gold.
Oh, okay.
Silver and gold.
I asked for it.
Cornelius. Yukon Cornelius. Because, you can't have... You can't have claymation without
claymation movie
Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.
So it's silver and gold for those. So anyway, yeah, and I did this really awesome thing, and I love it. But so you basically go until you run out of your whatever colors you're working with. So you don't actually break any of your miser colorways. So they're just carried along as you go, and that way you keep the continuity of the gradient is all there. Anyway, the pattern is called I'm Too Much Cowl, and it's supposed to be a tube. So, ta-da! And it's really long, and someday I will finish it.
One day.
We'll see. It has some size.
I was about to say
8 needles on it.
I was
7s.
Say 9, but yeah.
7s. It's got some size 7s on it, and it has. Okay, Amanda got me these super cute set of stitch markers from Twin Mountain Handcrafts in the Christmas story theme. And so there's like an Oh Fudge one, and then there's the gun, the leg lamp, and the gun. There's
a bunny suit.
There's a BB gun, and then there's the bunny suit. And then because Brenda and Heather also include stitch markers with all of their yarn, or they used to. So I think they still do. They're just packaged a little different. This is the Heat Miser stitch marker, and this is the Snow Miser stitch marker.
I don't even remember those.
Yeah. And I have to go back through the pattern and read all that. It's a lot of fun. It's just mosaic, and it makes a lot of sense. So you're only ever working with one color at a time, and it's all charted, and they did a beautiful job of writing it. I just got overwhelmed. There was a lot going on in our life right then.
When did you start this?
It would have been Christmas of 23.
Yeah.
Going into 24.
Yeah.
When I was living here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Ella was like 3 months old and not sleeping ever.
And we were like spending half our time apart.
And it was sad. Anyway, so that was in that bag. And someday I'll get back to it because I will want to make another Christmas project, and this is the bag I will want to use. So, big piece of that. All right, finally. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Finally, this bag. I saw her on here a while ago. This is from Mauricia. She made me this lovely bag
yeah?
before we went to Stitches Midwest in 2019. Yeah. And I took a van of knitters. It was a sassy knitter van. We had a grand time. And inside of here is a couple of projects. One, in every bag in my stash, there is in my projects, there is a little bag that has scissors, a pen, a measuring tape, extra stitch markers, and some type of measuring device, to do other things with.
Usually like a tapestry needle.
So and usually a tapestry needle if it's complete. And so this one has a needle gauge in it that Tabitha bought for me at Spun in Ann Arbor right before I wrecked the truck. Our pickup truck. Tried to rip off a quarter panel. It was great. Anyway, so projects in here. I have a Waiting for Rain shawl, which is a really fun. It's lace and tarsia. So it's like you knit and garter, and then you do these really cool lace rips in the middle of your garter stitch. So it's like you add short row lace in the middle of everything that's going on. I've knit 2 of these. This one is just not made much progress in a few years.
I don't even remember when you started that.
Well, it's got Knit Picks needles on it, so Lord knows. Anyway,
at least 10 years.
The blue yarn is
that's green.
Madeline Tosh blue-green yarn.
The
colorway is Seafoam.
Seafoam green for sure.
All right. Anyway, and then this is Ritual Hand Dye Maiden, and I don't remember the name of the colorway, but this is Ritual Hand Dye. So
one of the biggest disagreements that Katie and I have ever had is about the color of a pillow.
I don't remember what color.
And she doesn't even remember what color it's supposed to be. I still, to this day, know that it is pink.
It's red. We got rid of the pillowcase a long time ago. Okay, and then the other thing that's in this bag has my longest running project. So I started this in 2015. It even has Rhinebeck needles in it. I bought these needles the first time we went to Rhinebeck in 2014. These are Indian Lake Artisan, and they're swivel hexy wood needles. And I just broke them.
You just broke that?
It just broke now? Right there.
Wow. Why would you do that?
To be fair, they've been in this bag for a very long time.
Yeah.
And probably have taken a ton of abuse.
Probably. What bag is that?
Again, that's the bag
from Mauricio. Yeah.
Which means it has been through about 8 different bags. Yeah. I will put this right back in here. Where I will be very sad. This shawl is called Madeline, and it's just a simple triangle shaped shawl with garter stitch in between, and each of these panels here are a 20 gram mini skein. It was one of my favorite ones to get people started on knitting because it's easy to do and it doesn't take a ton of thought. It's a great I'm going to sit and social knit project.
28 minutes.
We made it. I'm going to go mourn my needles now. Bye, friends.
Happy craft.